Rob, in your presentation you talked about addressing the challenges for people on a challenging coastline. What are the three key messages you wanted to get across?
Really that change is inevitable on the coast, but you can't just sit back and let it happen. You have to manage change. In order to manage change, we have to work with people, and I think it's that way in which we develop new approaches together with the people who are affected, which is the important message.
And was it difficult to gain their trust when perhaps they felt let down by previous plans and approaches? Was it, as a local authority person, was it, to make that connection with them? Was there a trust there?
There was a breakdown of trust, and there was a sort of blame culture at one point about whose fault is it that our coast is eroding. Obviously, there's nobody's fault that the coast is eroding, but the change of policy from a defended coast to an undefended coast was a deliberate action, if you like. I think it didn't take too long before the community and the local authority got together and worked as what's been termed Team North Norfolk to raise the issue and lobby nationally. So we were working very much more closely with the community to develop solutions, and the Pathfinder approach, once we had the funding, really led to a lot of creative thinking about a holistic way of managing those changes. So I think we overcame the problems. We identified the source of the issue, and then with some funding and with a flexible approach, we were able to develop solutions which we think worked. And the community actually has changed from one which is seemingly in sort of a state of terminal decline, that everything is negative. There was blight, there was dereliction, there was disinvestment. The changes were all entirely negative. Actually, the community now understands that there are significant assets within the village. There's a fine beach with a new beach access. There's new car park, new facilities for the public. The place is visited not for people rubbernecking to see houses teetering off the end of a cliff, but because it's a great place to be. The history in the village has been interpreted, and local people have come to be part of that, and they are proud that their historical assets are actually working as a reason for people to come to Haysborough. So I think it's gone from that village with a very negative approach to its future to one which has a very rosy and positive future. The problem of coastal erosion hasn't gone away, but they recognise that there are ways in which it can be managed, and we need to keep on that. Management is a continuous process. It's not something which can come and go with the Pathfinder project. It's something which needs to continue into the future.
And have you seen visitor numbers increase for enjoyment, and has that benefited the local economy?
Massively, yes. The next challenge is actually finding a site for the local caravan park, which is on the edge of the cliff, to relocate to, because realistically it's a small village in a remote part of Norfolk. There's not a great deal of local economic activity going on, and the caravan site is a key part of that. So rather than just watching it decline bit by bit, row of caravans after row of caravans, we're working with the owner of the site to try and identify another location within the village that they can move to. So actually that's a sort of a continuous positive management approach, safeguarding the things which the community depends upon. And visitor numbers this year have been extremely high, and people are going to Haysborough to use the beach, which hasn't happened for a very long time.